Hi, this is the second part of the video that I'm doing about Rahu Ketu axis. That's happened May this year, 2025, but it will go on till 6th of December 2026. I use mean nodes, so it could be different with true nodes. So basically, it's we have the energy of Rahu and Aquarius, which also involves Saturn too, because it co-rules the sign. Okay, so this is an air sign, and it's fixed. So it's also a karmic sign. So it's interesting that this is happening, and also karmic, where Ketu is in Leo, Ketu is karmic. So it's Magha, the nakshatra that's within Leo, but it doesn't get activated for a while. So anyway, fixed nature of Aquarius makes it quite interesting, because we have Rahu, which co-rules it. Rahu is all about change, and it's kind of flexible in a way, but this sign is very fixed, and it's very difficult. It's a little bit like Scorpio, and obviously Taurus and Leo are the same, but not quite as much as Scorpio, and definitely Aquarius. I find, obviously we all have Aquarius somewhere in our chart, and it is interesting, that part of your chart where you have like Aquarius, you're very fixed on your journey, on your path, and it's very hard for you to kind of be like, for example, I give you an example. I have a friend who I don't actually know her birth time, but she has moon in Aquarius, and she has very, very fixed way of doing things. So for example, if we catch a bus and we come out of the bus, come off, but she has to have this ritual of putting everything back. And because it's a mind thing, moon, so it's very hard for her. She has to do things in a particular way, eat in a particular way, and also because it's how so her because it's in Aquarius, even though it might not be in her 11th house, her she sees her groups and friends and networks, which I'm part of, as herself. Like, she has identified herself as us and us as her, which is lovely, but it's also because it just means that her family is secondary to that. I'm not saying everybody is the same, but this is obviously, it depends what degree and etc. and the rest of a chart, and it's very difficult for her to actually process anything differently to how she sees things. How she sees things, it is it for her. So it's very, very interesting sign. So I'll be interested to know by comments and everything else how people deal with things, because obviously I have it in my chart and I have got a planet in there, and in that segment of my life I am quite fixed. I just like things to go my way, whereas I can be quite flexible with the other ones, but this particular sign, because the house it is, I'm just not very flexible. And why would we want to be flexible and always please other people? So anyhow, so it's Aquarius is, generally speaking, humanitarian sign. It's very much about the community, other people. It's very unconventional, so it's not like the norm. It's networks, friends, siblings, elder siblings, and achievements, accolades, all of that is seen through this. And obviously it's 2 houses from your 10th house, so how you earn money, it's there. And what else do I want to tell you about? And Aquarius is basically a sign of intellect, creativity, and it's very much like futuristic technology, space, innovations, all of those things, corporation, large companies, banking, pharmaceuticals, finance, even rebellion, protests, conflicts. They're very non-conformist as well. Liberty and freedom is very important to them. I'm not saying that, that could be Pisces as well, and it could be but generally speaking, freedom is part of this, what Aquarius is all about. And it is cold, it is quite detached, so we could be quite single-minded about this house generally in our chart. They need their own space to just recalibrate, if you like. They are kind of social reformers in a sense, because also has got that energy of Rahu in it too. It is quite ambitious, and they are basically, it's all about transformation, this sign, and social reform, society, all that kind of stuff is very much to do with this. Now Rahu, on the other hand, is it is ambitious once, and it's new technologies, new science, healing. There's a restlessness as well that comes with Rahu in this sign. It does welcome change, but on their own terms. It is also, as I said, rebellious, the same as the sign itself. It's very much about space science, ETs, and out of this world. What do they call it? Out of this world, yeah, ETs, spaceships, and I call it alien. Alien is like somebody, that comes from somewhere else as well. It doesn't need to be from other planets or anything like that. But generally, ET family of ours, that kind of thing. It is totally about transformation, and you can see a lot of things, like internet is ruled by this vision, but it's also delusion, illusion, and desires, because it's the 11th sign of the natural zodiac. But it's definitely all about structure, and but new structure as well. It's about it's very like transforming, but inner transformation as well as outer transformation, because you need to go in order to change your reality. So those people who are always thinking, oh, this keeps happening to me all the time, this, but it's because they can't constantly living out there. They're not living in here, because the moment you change your inner world, the outer world matches you too. But it's definitely self-liberation, ascension, etc. as well. So I'm just going to share. Okay, so it's easier to see it this way, really. Okay, and get rid of me too. On the mundane side, it's very, very interesting time, because there's a lot of, obviously, Jupiter, K2, and Saturn are all kind of having massive impact on Sagittarius, which is all about truth and the justice system, and justice generally, and education. So I can definitely see a massive change in the next, by the time Saturn comes out, it'll be 2028, massive transformation in that sign. But there also will be massive transformation wherever Rahu is, obviously Saturn as well, and Jupiter. So Jupiter is also having an impact on Rahu too at this point. And although it does go into, Jupiter goes into Cancer soon, but it will actually retrograde back into Gemini again. So we know that there is going to be a lot of changes going on in terms of technology, because of Rahu is having an impact on Jupiter, and Jupiter is having an impact on Rahu. So we know that there's going to be new internet, probably I heard it's called Web3, and it's going to be, we don't have all these cookie issues, scams, and all of that stuff. So hopefully, I'm just so looking forward to that. So Web3, so things will change in terms of technology, and also how just generally the internet itself, broadband. We're going to have satellites that are just, again, you can access free internet anywhere in the world in the year to come. So lots of goodies coming on in that sense, with companies like Starlink, etc. And also we can see that there's a whole new world of information. So I think it's really a lot of people are leaving mainstream media just because they are not necessarily always telling you the real stuff that's going on in the world. And we have seen that last 5 years where a lot of smaller independent journalists have come along, who actually, what they're using information from people on the ground in real time, and they're reporting it. So I think the whole of the way that we receive information will be completely different, and all of this, the word, when they actually, I don't want to say the word because my video could be taken down, like when you try to tell the truth and they just stop it. So this is happening in a lot of countries, especially where I am today. Yeah, so that all of that is going to go bye-byes, because what it is actually revealing itself, and it is very much the time for things being revealed. And so basically, we'll have new internet, new web, new information sources, new journalism. Truth will be very much the theme of the new, because Jupiter is cleaning out Gemini. Gemini is all about gossip, hearsay, all of that kind of stuff is being cleansed and renewed. And Rahu is helping that process too, because this is a very different Rahu when it is in sign of Aquarius. It's much more dignified, much more grounded. And so yeah, there's a lot of things going to be happening in that sense. I can actually see that by the time the nodes come out of these signs, that we are going to have contact with you can believe this what I say or not. This is, I always resonate with the fact that, I know Joni Petrie always says that as well. We must be very smug to think that we are the only intelligent beings in the whole of this universe, other universes and cosmos. That's just impossible. So there must be others. And there are people who are constantly have had contact. So I think there's going to be a lot of when people work within a company and they come out and actually reveal the truth. I don't want to say the word again because I'm just thinking, are they going to be? They basically, it's like a bell. They just bring that information to light. So there's going to be a lot of information coming to light regarding a lot of this information about people that we will meet. We will also get a lot of information about our history as well. There are going to be things revealed because of Ketu also just digging in Leo to bring some truths out and actually let people know about those things. So there's going to be a lot of changes in those things. Also, I can see the whole world, there's going to be regeneration of human DNA and cleansing of it, and healing modality coming out which use light, vibration and frequency, which means that a lot of things that we use right now in the whole medical field could be changed, and these new processes will take a lot less time. They are really going to be working with us rather than using chemicals. We're using vibrational sound therapy, as I said, light therapy, energy, etc., things like that. So it's going to be wonderful. Rahu there, particularly by the time it gets to Shadabisha, it's going to be pretty amazing how everything will change. Okay, let's do it from, this looks as though it's in Libra Ascendant, so let's do Libra Ascendant. Libra Ascendant, for you guys, what happens is Rahu rules your 5th house, and the 11th house is occupied by 2nd house ruler Ketu. So Ketu is in there. So for you guys, the nodes are creating a very high quality Dhan yoga. So it's all about tying the knot if you're with somebody, or if you're single, meeting somebody, and lots of lovely romantic stuff going on. So your change could, if you have been single for a very, very long time, all of your desires could actually be met during this time. Lots of partying, dating, let your friends, etc. know. After all, this is the 11th house and natural zodiac, your 5th house. So let your friends know, join other groups, lots of networks and things like that, so you can actually create the momentum for that as well. Ketu also second house ruler in the 11th house. Wonderful, done yoga. So you're invited to just really connect with others in order to, including also your income will go up through that. You could get accolades, etc., and elevate your status during this point. Right, next ascendant. We're going to go to Virgo. Virgo ascendant for you guys. Rahu rules your 6th house, and it's in your 6th house, and Ketu rules your third house, and it is in the 12th house. I've already spoken about that, so you might want to just go back and watch the other video. So for you guys, it's all about health, healing, good nutrition, getting the data that you need, research that data, and actually coming up with what is that you want to achieve. Your new job, you could actually get lots of energy and momentum to change your job. Change how you actually your daily routine, how you manage yourself, how you manage your finances, etc. So Rahu from there is also aspecting what would be your 10th house. So it could be that you're working hard, you've got 2 careers going on, 2 jobs going on at the same time, but whatever you're doing, all the energy that you're putting in, that could be studying also, it's really good for your eventual role and the job that you have. And then obviously Rahu from there is aspecting your 2nd house, and obviously that means that it's going to have some impact. All that hard work will be given back to you with a good income and feeling good about life generally. Right, so next ascendant, we're going to go to Leo. Leo ascendant, this Rahu for you is in your 7th house. 7th house ruler in the 7th house. So because also Saturn rules that, and Saturn is in the 8th house, so it's going to change and transform your sort of like relationships and other people. So you're going to meet loads of different people, lots of foreign people, unusual people during this time. If you are single, you'll have sudden transformation in your status. You could meet somebody, or you could possibly also be if you're married, maybe things could change, and maybe you need to have, like, if it's not working out for both of you, liberation for both. Or it could also be that basically you've been together for a long time, you're going to tie the knots. So that's all. It's all going to happen quite suddenly because Saturn is in the 8th house for you. And obviously from there, Rahu is aspecting your 3rd house of fun, enjoyment, learning, travel, short distance travel, going to galleries, exhibitions, being out with friends, siblings, just being out there and having a good time. And also Rahu is having an impact on your 11th house of networks and things. Your networks can have that could be how you meet your next partner as well. And so Cancer ascendant for you guys, this is happening in your 8th house. So 8th house ruler is in the 8th house. Lots of transformation, lots of change for you guys. Change and anything that's different. It's just for you guys hard. So but go with it. Really embrace. Rahu is trying to help you change things. And that change could be really good because also Saturn is in the 9th house, 8th house rule in the 9th house. So it could be belief systems and all of that. If you just let go and just be open to receiving and embracing the newness that it will bring. Rahu from there is also aspecting your 4th house. So it could be like change of home, buying a new car, buying a foreign car as well, and also aspecting your 12th house. So it could be a lot of secret things going on, secret things that just like, for example, you go to, you embrace, you meet like a group of people that are healers, and they just get rid of a lot of trauma that's been sitting in your body for a long time. Say, for example, you've had a bad knee, you kind of meet somebody during this time who will be able to heal that, and suddenly, without even having to go through any form of medication or medical intervention, you suddenly have managed to get rid of the pain in the knee, just because it could be very transformational time. creative time, imagination, but you will meet a lot of sort of healers in this time, especially when Rahu travels to Shatabisha Nakshatra, which is within Aquarius. But lots of different changes going on. But certainly a lot of people can be moving abroad, or they were living abroad, can go back to their homeland as well. So changes in those things could happen. Okay. Gemini ascendant, for you guys, this is happening in your 9th house of belief systems, traditions, father, and studying, learning, publishing, all those kind of things, travel. So for you guys, it could have a complete change in your belief systems. Your relationship with your dad and your gurus and teachers could change too. You could have some very unusual teachers stepping in. And also Rahu's aspect in your 1st house. So you would just have a spiritual awakening in a sense, with Jupiter being there. And also it could be changes in your job, in your relationship, etc., like that, because Rahu and Jupiter are actually having an impact on one another, which is amazing. So yeah, so lots of changes in yourself. During this time, you could just say, for example, you've always had long hair, you suddenly cut your hair short, but you've always been blonde, you go dark hair, so a lot of changes, a lot of spiritual and grounding going on, and really trying to embrace your traditions in a different way. Maybe if you've kind of have not resonated with some things will change for you. There could be a new baby for you during this time. Jupiter aspect in your 5th house, Rahu, could be twins, could be having them when you're traveling abroad or something like that. But yeah, a lot of changes, but a lot of joy as well. Jupiter is in your 1st house at this point, so it's bringing a lot of happiness and expansion for you, expansion of mind and belief systems. Education could be not so, if you're studying, it's not so bad, but definitely a time for academic achievement, children, having a good time with your friends, etc. Next one, for Taurus ascendant, this is occurring in your 10th house. So for you guys, 10th house is occupied by 10th house ruler. Also what happens for you is Saturn is also co-rules that in the 11th house. So basically the work that you put in, your jobs could be a bit different during this time. Just expect that things will change, and those changes could be a little bit unexpected, very different, and you have some kind of illusion about what the job is, and it could turn out to be very different. But nonetheless, your job will be you'll be working with the community more. And what happens, because through that as well, there's going to be a lot of, because Rahu is also activating your 6th house, so a lot of hard work goes in, a lot of things to do with you could learn things to do with healing and say hypnotherapy, naturopathy, homeopathy, all those kind of things, and things like kinesiology, etc. You can learn about those things. And whatever you do, you also are healing yourself through that, healing your family, because aspect in your 2nd house. So you could be working with your family members as well, and it will actually give you really extend your fortunes as well. So whatever you learn, and you allow that to actually seep, embrace it at work, it could actually have a very good impact on your income, because obviously now, and it could be sudden too. Jupiter being there, Jupiter rules your 8th and 11th houses in the 2nd house. So it could be a really suddenly, things just really get activated for you. So be aware of that could be. And also you could start really managing yourself and all of that differently. So your whole daily routine will be completely different. And maybe say, for example, you've always used like a perfume by a really big brand. All of a sudden you could actually think, you know what, I want to make sure whatever goes on my skin, it's really of high quality ingredients, organic. I don't want to have anything that is like, it's got phthalates in it and whatever, all these things that they pack into products that smell good, but actually they're hormone disruptors, and you want to just like be quite this is very organic time for you guys. You really want to just tackle that nicely. Okay, let's go to the next ascendant. Aries ascendant. For you guys, this is happening in your 11th house. So 11th house is all about networks, accolades, large friendship groups, elder sibling, stuff like that. So your relationship with all of those could be changing, transformation in those, much more like embracing of that. And obviously 11th house is like, for example, is two houses away from your 10th house. So how you actually, your income that you get from your job. So you could have an increase in your income. You could learn quite a lot of new stuff. From those also aspecting your 7th house. So during this time there could be like new wonderful things happening in your relationship. If you're single, you could meet somebody as well. And just generally speaking, you're much more likely to want to spend time with other people, make new friends, and really nice, unusual friends, normally probably foreign or different to what you've had friendships groups that you've had previously. It's also aspecting what would be your 3rd house. So your close friendships, everything else, they're just going to be like you're more likely to be more active and more connecting with them, more information exchange. So communication also will become better during this time. Lots of maybe going away and doing nice things with your friends, little trips too. Okay, and next ascendant. For Pisces ascendant, this is obviously 12th house ruler in the 12th house. So very, very much time for, well, I would probably say these people would just like dream more, dream very unusual. Maybe actually you could start learning things like, for example, remote viewing, or study all those old things like time travel. You'd be really interested in anything that's like a little bit out there, a little bit different, and your imagination would be amazing. And you literally can write down your dreams and be able to publish a book with that, because you just have so many, it's like literally so many new things coming out. Try to write down your dreams, and those people who want to actually find out about their past lives, Akashic records, they can access it during this time. But generally speaking, if you want to travel far distance, exotic, like for example going to Serbia and have a look at the pyramids there, just very unusual trips like that, and going and lying on the beach for 2 weeks. And very creative time too. Very moksha houses are being activated during this time, so it will be all about like very spiritual time where you're actually really connecting with source, and having all downloads, your ascension taking place. You might feel more tired, so you might want to start sleeping more. Gosh, sorry about that. Door opened. And yeah, so a lot of new things happening in the sense that you're realizing your body is changing, your DNA upgrades, so you can channel more, you can get more information from your guardian angel. You literally just only got to, when you're troubled, you just like take yourself away from everybody, go for a long walk, and tell God or your guardian angels what is troubling you, and the answers will come to you. You become very intuitive. You learn during this time to tap into your gut feeling, your intuition, and try to activate your pineal gland as well. Just like, it's very important to go and really research it, and don't just go on Google, go on other things, because a lot of things that are like in our toothpaste, in our water and stuff like that, they really do kind of close our pineal gland. And pineal gland is your really creative, is your connection to the past and the future. So I would invite you to do that. It's such a wonderful spiritual time for you. Okay, Aquarius ascendant, and you got 1st house ruler in the 1st house, and so for you guys, it's all about change of image, change of just a lot of changes for you, a lot of physical changes, because it's your first house, how you look at things. And you're going to be more invested in yourself than other people now. It's less about relationships, and you just really want to connect with relationships with people who are on the same wavelength as you. Whereas, you know, you're doing the inner work on yourself, really going within and getting the answers. And you know that all that information that is out there is probably a lot of noise, and once you switch off, you really can be much more discerning. So it's really a great time for that. And also from there, your ninth house is being activated by Rahu, and your fifth house too. So Jupiter is having an impact on your first house, and Rahu on your fifth house, where Jupiter is right now. And so a lot of changes in your, you know, you could have a child during this time, and you'll be much more invested in your family and their well-being, and having a good time with them. And also academic studies are fifth house as well. So it's going to be a very creative time during this period for you. You could actually, if you wanted to, even publish a book, write about your experiences, or you could get, you know, downloads, or imagination will be amazing. So you can actually utilize this time to that. It's good time for studying, traveling, belief systems. So invest in time on your heritage and lineage, and find out more by spending more time with your family, really, and get your family tree going, and passing all those wonderful things onto your children. And then we have Capricorn ascendant. For you guys, you have Rahu in your second house rule in the second house. So really nice in the sense that you might actually during this time want to try beverage and foods that are just unusual, different. You might actually want to just do some cooking or something for the family, but generally you would want to visit maybe restaurants that are a bit like different. You could learn a foreign language, because also Saturn is in the third house, so a lot of foreign sort of like things going on during this time. Also you should really watch your second house, because you could have a lot. I mean, for you guys, obviously your second house of savings, money in the bank, and generally investments and things that you've done for your family, it's fixed house, so you like to have some savings, Capricorn ascendants generally, but that could expand. But equally, Rahu is an illusion, so you just be really cautious what you put your money into. You know, really study the stocks and shares particularly. And so yeah, your family becomes, you have this renewed thing that you want to spend time with your family, and also renewed thing about what you eat, how their nutritional value, exercise, yoga, Pilates, how you manage yourself, how you manage your money, how you pay for your debts, pay for your bills. And yeah, so you'll be very interested in things like just generally looking after your body. And then also from there, it's also aspecting your 10th house. So you'll be working hard, but you know, you will get recognition as well in your career, and other people will definitely notice you during this time, because the efforts that you're putting into your sixth, working hard, and your career will, as a result, blossom. Then we have Sagittarius ascendant. For you guys, this is occurring in your third house. So third house rule in the third house, and obviously Saturn rules the third house. It's in the fourth house, so it could be a house move, a different type of house, because there are like lots of prefabricated properties. You can have 3D printing houses. There's all sorts of things going on. So moving abroad, maybe something, lots of traveling, third house, lots of learning. How you communicate could be different. Unusual friends, learn a new language, foreign friends, etc. But you'll be much more interested in being more involved with other people and doing fun stuff generally. And also from there is aspecting what would be your seventh house. So you could meet, if you're single, you could meet somebody who is like within your groups of friends, so somebody new coming in for you. And also your 11th house is being activated as well. So it could be a friend who is been introduced to you through a group as well, or you could also start, you know, basically your friends will influence you in such a way that, you know, you get much joy out of it. So definitely very creative. You want to be around other people, much more sociable time for you guys come in, and that will give you a lot of recognition as well, and work on your relationship with your elder sibling as well. And if you're already in a relationship, try to bring some freshness and love into it too. Scorpio ascendant, for you guys, this is happening in your 4th house. Rahu, the planet of new, unusual things, is in your 4th house. So this could definitely mark like a move or renovation of your house, buying a foreign car, and working on your inner world, if you like, your emotions, and just learning new ways of healing yourself, etc. From there also, there's Jupiter is in the 8th house and aspecting Rahu, and Rahu aspect in the 8th house. So a lot of changes, a lot of things going on that's some of it will be a little bit unusual for you, and you'll be a little bit like, oh my goodness, you know, I don't really, because Aquarius is a sign that doesn't want to change. But you're being invited by Rahu and Jupiter to just like go with the flow. 8th house is being activated as well. So a very, what you would call a very spiritual time, where the changes will occur more internally because Rahu there in you, and that will reflect in your outer world, where things will just become much more easy, much more stable because of that, because you know that there is no fear. Fear is from within. Once you work on that and deal with that emotion, then everything just becomes secure. It's almost like, you know, like you just take a cord or a hook or something that was in you has been severed, and that frees you to see the world just completely differently. So you become much more spiritual, much more into ET stuff. You know, you'll probably watch the disclosures that are coming, because I do really believe things will change. Just unusual thing, creative imagination will be working with, you know, like 12th house is also Pisces, like community things, working humanitarian stuff, working behind the scenes even too. So yeah, but just like write down your dreams and just really be much more about you and your inner self rather than people out there, because that's just noise. And ultimately we're here to evolve as a soul. Doesn't really matter about other people, and really I just think sometimes whatever they think about us is really not that important. It's like what you think about yourself is definitely more important. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.